Great Awakening, Grand Rising.
All we know is that we love you. All we know is that we care. All we know is that you're always on our minds. And what we feel is true love divine. You're the way we need to make us whole. The only one that can heal our soul. You wash away those tears when we cry. The love that sets us free. The Father come. All we know is that we love you. Yeah. All we know is that we care, and we never feel alone. You're always there, even in those times of fear. You're always there. Yeah, 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 yeah. You're the wind to make us whole. The only one that can heal our soul. You wash away most tears when we cry. The love that sets us free. Mother, Father, come. Mother, Father,
Be, be. I don't know what's going on with this speaker. I don't know what's going on with the speaker. The speaker is playing in my face. But we're still gonna do another song. How y'all doing today? I wanted to share this to my Facebook, but it's not giving me the option to share right now. It's saying request entity not found. And normally I share things to my Facebook, but it's not giving me the option to do that. I don't know why. Yeah, I'll be liking to share it to my page so my followers can get into the teas. But today is saying not today. It's saying not today. I guess today is meant to be an intimate live. We're gonna do another song, another. I looked in that cracked mirror, and what did I see?
It's me, you and me.
Unity, my soul family. Sometimes when I'm alone, Grief calls to me like a siren song, asking me to come home from this world be gone. No more to roam, floating away into that great unknown. Free of this flesh, just aches and bones, leaving behind hearts of stones. But I take another look into that cracked mirror once again, and what do I see? Pieces of me, unity, soul family. Each of you so different, but in many ways the same. Burdened by your own challenges, healing from that pain. We certainly had our trials, but our connection still remains. Stretch, strengthen, and sustain. So that old saying holds true: nothing venture, nothing gain. I'm thankful for every life goal, giving me purpose, hope, helping keep me stay afloat on days I couldn't cope. When my heart is breaking with fear over those no longer here, this gift becomes clear every time I look into that and see you and me, my soul family. Now that I'm here, we keep each other from the hillside of Calvary. Each of you a collision of both human and angel in me. Whether coming down or rising up, I'm so glad the world's touched, but loving you has helped me to see more than I ever thought would be. You're the source of my revelation, a foundation to add to this vision, a purple nation. So I keep staring in that mirror, so there's no more cracks between you and me, just unity. All come together. Da, 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 da. My soul family. So yeah, I wanted to go ahead and have that little moment before I dig into the topic. It's a few things I want to talk about. The first thing that I want to talk about today, three things I want to talk about, and if you could write them in the chat for me, Purple Prodigy. The first thing that I want to tackle is Whitney Houston. I want to talk about Whitney Houston and this Oprah thing. So let's put Whitney Houston first in the chat. Then the second thing that I want to talk about is AI, which I already started talking about earlier today. I want to talk about, so AI, well, first Whitney Houston, AI, and then finally I want to talk about this this interview that T.S. Madison did with Candy. We're going to talk about that. But before we talk about Whitney Houston, before we talk about AI, and before we talk about T.S. Madison interview with Candy, we got to talk about me. And we got to talk about what's going on in the Purple Nation. So I want to reflect on this Pride Month. I want to reflect on Gemini season. I want to reflect on Pride Month. And I want to just say that it's been rough. It's been good. Like, it was some beautiful times. Like, I'm not complaining about everything. I'm not complaining. But, you know, I'm not going to say that I didn't do as good as I wanted to do. I'm going to say that I'm still a work in progress. Um, so my son came down here, my chosen son, y'all know, and came down here for my birthday. Came down here for my birthday, prodigy birthday, and amazing time. I'm so glad that he was here because, child, we went out the first night, and I was entertaining the favors. I was not. My birthday was not one of sobriety. It was not one of sobriety, honey. It was. We got into some things for my birthday. We got into some things for my birthday week. 7 whole days. Now, I'm not gonna say that I entertained heavy substances the whole 7 days, but there were some days within my birthday week where it was really lit. And then other days it was just, a little weed, a little alcohol. But yeah, for my birthday, there was definitely a shenan, and then I shenaned again. And one of the things that I was really concerned about, because I had said months in advance for my birthday, I was giving myself grace to shenan. Like, abstinence is not going to be a thing that I am going to have all the time when it comes to substances. Now, more so, abstinence is like I want to continue to fast from those things and not use those things, abuse those things. But the biggest thing is the celibacy, to be abstaining from intimate activities with other people, and also, just pornographic things like even masturbation to sexual things. And that's one of the things that I have been struggling with, like seeing a lot of sexual things coming across my screen and not rubbing one out. You know what I'm saying? Not, like fighting the urge. Like when I'm seeing like adult situations where intimacy is happening, and not just, I'm alone in a room. It's just me and this sexual situation. And, I'm having a thoughts about rubbing one out, and so I think that's the biggest thing that I'm struggling with, is like trying to recalibrate my brain, not to, when I'm horny and I'm in a private space, just to go ahead and rub it out, girl. Just get that off you. You know what I'm saying? And just being able to have discipline and to not be around here just rubbing one out. You know what I'm saying? Even though it's not, I'm an adult. I'm by myself. I'm in my room, honey. But I'm trying to reprogram my mind not to see body parts, you know what I'm saying? Not to hear grunts and moans in sexual situations, and to be, ready to, go to town, you know what I'm saying? Pleasuring myself, because I feel like that is NPC behavior. I feel like that is mediocrity at its finest. And that's something that I'm not happy with myself about. Like, I really do want to have more discipline when it comes to those types of urges. Like, I'm not, but again, we're in this season, and I'm going to keep saying it. You can be accountable without having shame. Come on, somebody. Accountability without shame. That is the season that we're in. That's what we're working on. That's who we want to be at this time in our lives. We want to have accountability. We want to be able to say, hey, I don't appreciate this behavior. This is not how I want to conduct myself. I don't want to be a person that is so easily aroused or so easily swept away into desire that I have no control over myself, and I'm falling into default behaviors because of the arousal. Accountability without shame. Exactly. And so that's the season I'm in, and I find that, so July the 8th is going to be the anniversary of my cousin passing last year. And there's this part of me that wants to throw a pity party. Like there's this part of me. And then I don't even know if it's completely a pity party because my cousin did kind of live life on life's terms. And so, child, she did her little thing. Like she played in the snow a couple of times, and she enjoyed a good drink, until she couldn't enjoy it no more because of cancer. And so part of me wants to like go on a tangent and go and play in the snow and have a cocktail. You know what I'm saying? And I think part of it is me wanting to, beat up on myself, but the other part of it is me wanting to celebrate her life. Like, child, she did her little bump here and there. She had her little cocktail here and there. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a part of me that's feeling like that, but there's also a part of me that knows that there's a version of me that I want to manifest. And I know that version of me cannot manifest if I keep resting in default activity. Like if I keep resting in activity that is not focusing on my shift. Like, I have such a fickle relationship with my phone because even though I don't post as much as I used to, and I don't scroll, like, the only reason why I saw the T.S. Madison video is because someone sent it to a group that I'm in, like a private group that I'm in. So that's literally how T.S. Madison comes on my radar, is that like somebody literally sends me, like I got another sex change sister that literally sent me her content. So, well, don't send it to me, but send it to a group. And it ain't but 3 or 4 of us in the group. So I can't mess it when it come in the group. So that's literally how I get tea when it comes to her, is like it comes into the group. And then once it comes into the group, it's like, with Whitney Houston, I'm I love Whitney Houston, so Whitney Houston is always gonna find a way to pop up on my algorithm. But I don't scroll like I used to. Like I don't doom scroll. Like I don't really get into watching people's content like I used to. Like I just don't be scrolling no more. Like I think that I am more of a person who like consumes like AI content now. Like I really be like on the short reels. Like I be watching short reels. I stay watching a real short, and I'm just not invested in. I'm just not invested in a lot of content that's out there now, because people have become so performative for the hope of just making money, just for the hope of monetizing off of a situation. Like that's what everybody is about. Everybody is about monetizing. Everybody is about making money, and people are willing to do anything just to make a buck, And so I'm over seeing people just tap dance for a coin. Like I'm legit. I'm just over it. Like, like I'm over it. Like it doesn't, like a lot of content that I see on the internet. Like I used to be here for like the bloggers and like, like the topics, and every now and then I'll pop in for a second to see what someone said. But like, it's like, I'm just at an overload now of information. Like people are just, everybody got an opinion on everything. Everybody always trying to sell you something. You don't know what people's intentions are. You don't know if it's really on some guru, let's heal stuff, or if this is a way for them to monetize. Like, it's just, these internet streets, it's just a lot. It's just a lot, And so, like, I really don't be on the internet, like, scrolling like I used to for the most part. I be watching some short reels. Like I barely watch content even on my computer anymore. I just be in the short reel universe. And the reason why is like when I'm watching AI, even though it's a lot of like sexual stuff that be going on in the AI world, um there's more conversations about dragons and vampires and werewolves and magical energy and ley lines and like it be some storyline. Like it be some storyline. Like they be giving you storyline. Like the characters be a little trash because AI, no shade to AI, love you down to the ground. They be messing up words and everybody look the same. It'd be a whole bunch of mayonnaise faces, like it'd be coated in mayo, but the storyline be storylining. The effects be affecting. The visuals be visualing. If you could get past the mayo slathered, if you could get past all the mayonnaise, the storyline be storylining. Now, true, like what I'm noticing in video games and in I really am starting to have so much compassion for white women, aside from when I'm cackling, no tea, no shade, because the way white women are being depicted in a lot of these short reels and in a lot of this content that's coming out, I mean, white women just be getting dogged out. And I don't know if you remember when we was coming up, like the first time that I ever saw corn or saw like a sexually inappropriate film, like adult film, it was, a white woman getting pounded out violently, by a mandingo. And this is what AI is giving me. AI is giving me what corn gave me with white women when I was little. Like the way white women were getting treated in corn when I was little, like the way white women would be like just treated like trash, like a nut rag, like the way they got treated when I was little, like when I was introduced to how white women were treated, like the sexual side of what happens with white women. It's like that's what the AI reels have done, intensified. Like all of the reels I'm looking like, a white woman is always getting hit by a man, getting cut on, getting beat up, getting punched, just treated like garbage, and so and it's normalized. And I don't know, I think I'm addicted to the hope that I'm going to see an example, because I love when I see an example where the woman is empowered, where the woman stands her ground, where the woman is victorious, where the woman is fighting. And a lot of these films do not have black women in it. I can say I think I've only seen maybe 3 AI shorts that have had a black woman as the lead role in it. But in most of the ones that I watch, it's always a white woman. And I think it's easier for me to digest the violence happening to women because it's a white woman, but I'm still rooting for the white woman to be strong. Like I'm still rooting for the white woman to be powerful. I don't know if I would be able to entertain AI the way that I entertain AI if it was always a black woman getting beat on like this and mauled and drugged and mollywopped and punched and monkey stomped. I don't know if I would be able to even entertain it at all if it was a black woman being constantly beaten, abused like this. But I'm able to stomach it a little bit more. And I think, and I think this is how, white people justify racism, like how they justify, stuff that happened to black people. Like they probably look at it with the same thing, like, hey, it's not me. Like it's somebody to look like, it's a human, but, it's not me, and no tea, no shade. But at the end of the day, I'm still rooting for the white woman to I'm still rooting for the white woman to be. I'm like, girl, why you let him do you that, girl? Come on, girl. Now I know you gonna get back up off this ground, girl, and magical powers finna come somewhere, girl, and you about to blow this, you about to blow him out the water, girl. Like you about to really, really, get your get back, you know. And so I think I'm more into like AI now because I'm just like, it's better for me to digest coonery. Like I think I could deal with coonery and performance from AI because AI can only do what it's being fed to do right now, what it's being programmed to do. And so AI has an excuse for the cooning and the performativeness, okay? If that makes any sense. But yeah, but I really do need to break away from watching these AI reels because the time that I'm investing in AI reels, I could be learning to speak Spanish. I could be learning sign language. I could be learning Mandarin. Like I start off really, really good on these things. Like I'll be being consistent for about a week, and then the next thing you know, I'm doing some foolishness. And I think the reason why I'm doing the foolishness, because let's be clear, I'm not beating myself up about, partying for my birthday because legit, I had a couple of cocktails in May, but I went January, February, March, April. I gave myself 90 days and I literally didn't have a drink until May the 17th. No. I had a drink May the 5th, May the 16th. I didn't have a drink until May the 16th. I didn't hit weed until June the 18th. Yeah, I smoked some weed June the 18th. And I may have done a couple of other things on June the 18th as well. But yeah, so it wasn't like I was, a lot of people was like, oh, you ain't gonna last, and you gonna, y'all was making y'all little comments like I couldn't go. But yeah, I waited till my birthday and with the intentions. Yes, I took a puff. Yes, I took a drink, and I might have built a snowman. But that was for my birthday. This is Pride Month. I gave a little givings and I moved on. But I do realize that it is a window into default behavior, and I don't want to be that person. Like, I'm not going to say that I don't want to responsibly enjoy a cocktail with my family every once in a while, or I don't want to responsibly have a puff here and there, but I don't want it to be a routine. I don't want it to consume my life. I don't want it to be something that I do every day. I don't want it to be something I do every other day. I don't want it to be something I do every week. I don't. I want more structure in my life. I want to learn different things. Like I don't want to sit up and do the same. I want to learn another language. And don't get me wrong, I think that creativity is its own language. I think that what I'm doing with Laylim Layler is a style of communication. It's a style of expressing. But I want to actually learn a foreign language. I actually want to learn sign language. I actually want to become a better sword. Like I have things that I could actually be using my time to do. And so that's why even these live videos, like even how often that I post content, which was another reason why I wanted to make this video, is because I really have got into my my writing bag. I really have gotten into my writing bag. And thanks to, my collaboration with AI, I don't really feel the need to talk all the time. I really don't feel the need to jump in front of the camera. But I did want to have a moment of accountability because I feel like accountability is what helps me to be strong. Like, I don't want to feel like I'm hiding and lying and ducking and dodging, YouTube, because I can't be honest about the things that I've done. Do I owe anybody this? Hell no. I'm grown. It's my business. But I feel like for my growth and for my responsibility, the only person that I feel like I gotta be transparent with and fully accountable to is Purple Prodigy, because we live together. We live around each other. And my behavior and my attitude affects them. It affects her. And so, yeah, I do owe her some accountability and some transparency and some thoughtfulness because we live around each other. But y'all, love y'all boots, love you down to the ground. But bitch, I don't live around y'all. So I really honestly don't owe y'all, no accountability and no transparency because yeah. But I choose to be this person because this is a person. I want to be someone of integrity. I want to be a person who says what they mean and mean what they say. And when I miss the mark, or if I don't, get it exactly the way that I wanted to get it, I want to be accountable enough and transparent enough to say this is what it was and this is what it is. A man, a woman. I know y'all see the purple ring on. I almost did not take my vows because the day of the vows, child, this fine chocolate man who is African started calling my phone. And I mean, fine as I don't know what, started calling my phone because I had downloaded the WhatsApp app because I was reaching out to because Siabunga, my ex, who I was with when I lived in South Africa, reached out to me, needed a coin. And I had to download the WhatsApp app to keep in contact with him. And he called my phone directly, and then so then he told me to download the WhatsApp app, and I had sent him a coin, and as soon as I answered the phone for him, two other dudes, on WhatsApp. Like, I got this other dude on WhatsApp sending me pictures of somebody, getting a vagina ate. Then I got another dude from Africa sending me pictures of somebody getting a vagina ate. And I don't know, like, all these men really honestly love sending me pictures of somebody. Like, I feel like that's the way to try to get in your head. Like, I'm gonna send you a picture of a woman getting her vagina ate. Like dudes is something else. Like, there's a whole nother video. I'm not gonna go too deep into that, but just really, really trying to trigger me with the whole vagina eating thing. Like, they love sending me pictures of a man with his head down between a woman's legs eating her out. And I'm not gonna lie, it do it for me. It does do it for me. But it upsets me because I feel like you playing with my intelligence, because you trying to play with my, like, you trying to puppeteer my sexual energy. And so I feel played, so I can't I don't entertain it because I feel played. I'm not gonna say that that's not something that I would enjoy or something that I don't like, but I'm upset because you're trying to manipulate me. I'm pissed off because you're trying to use my desires and the things that I find pleasurable against me. And so I'm offended. Because don't play with me like that. And what I'm realizing about men, no shade to, males, beings born with penises, and I'm speaking about cisgender men in this instance, not trans men. Cis men who operate from a male space, we try to make it look like women are dependent on men, but actually men are dependent on touch. more, I think men are more like they try to make it look like women are so needy and so emotional and need to be touched and need to be felt and need to be rubbed. But what I'm really realizing is I think men need touch and men need physical connection more than women do. Like literally the penis is a plug that needs to go into a socket. Like the penis is the plug and the vagina is the socket, the source, the charger. Like the vagina is the charger. Like literally, you got the plug, and this womb, this hole, is charging your shit. And so I feel like men, male centered beings, masculine beings. This is why it's always a sausage party and a sex party, and that's why they always somewhere wanting to have sex and touch each other and be up on each other and rubbing, like, and they have sex with everybody. They have, like, this is why men are so sexual. This is why men are so touchy feely and so needy in that way, because they need that charge. And I wonder what the world would look like if more men could find peace in not having to go outside of themselves for sexual gratification. If more men could, if more male centered beings who had penises could find a way to channel that energy out of them and channel, not channel that sexual aggressive energy. Because I understand, getting an orchiectomy ain't for everybody, getting your testicles removed ain't for everybody, and I don't know what I would have did if I'd have still had mine on my body. You gotta have a nasty amount of peace to be able to have two functioning balls full of testosterone, two big balls full of testosterone, and not be around here ready to bust a bitch in the face and rip somebody's head off or take somebody to Pound Town. So I do sympathize, because I've had a penis before. I've had a body full of testosterone before, and I know what that feels like. So I understand. I get it. But I also know beings who have penises and who have balls, who know how to abstain and go without and find their zen and find their peace. And I just wish more male centered beings could find that peace without having to get them a piece. My God is God on today. Because it's really giving the narrative that y'all try to create for women. Y'all try to make women to be so needy and they need companionship, and women can't be alone, and women need to be touched, and women need to be held, and women is the rib. It's not giving that in real life. It's giving heat a rib. It's giving heat a rib. It's giving heat a rib. It's giving he's the companion. It's giving he's the helpmate. It's giving we living in a bizarro reality that's the lie, because men are way more sexually active in my experience than women. Right. It's giving projection. Cause I don't hear about no fast on films parties with women. I don't hear about big old raves where it's a whole bunch of women having sex all in the middle of the floor and having sex in the club. Like, if these spots exist, I ain't never been to them. I ain't never seen it. Like men be having sex with men in gay clubs and parties in the streets, all of that. Like, I see men be having sex with each other in the bushes and the woods and shit. Like it's a lot. Like, they be having on a bus, in a truck, in a tree, in the lake, bitch. Down by the riverside, bitch. I don't hear about no all women sex parties. Exactly. Like I hear about men's sex parties. Like it's definitely sheesh. So yeah, it's a lot. Like, and I was trying to wait till Pride was over to go ahead and say this. But yeah, and we gonna revisit this and we gonna come back to this. But men love sex. They love, and it's about the connection. It's about feeling connected to something. And so, who needs physical engagement more? Who needs physical interaction more? Because let's be clear, you could beat your meat if it was just about releasing that stress. Like you got hands, most people do. No shade. No disrespect to people who don't. But you got hands for the most part. You could whack that off. And yet, at the end of the day, even with all that beating that you do, you still need to go poke something or get poked and poke. You still need that connection. And so it's giving in real life heat a helpmate. It's giving in real life heat a rib. And we look at the release of the seed and we think, oh, well, he's giving his seed or he's giving. At the end of the day, there's energy, like literally waves, like hot water coming off the hole, whatever hole he in. He getting the energy from that hole. Yeah, he's releasing his frustration and his stress and all of that, but he's getting something back, an energetic flow from inside that orifice. My goddess God one today. But yeah, and I just, I kind of went on a tangent and I got stuck in that place right there for a second, excuse me. But yeah, I almost didn't take my vows because this guy, the day of my vows, he was telling me he loved me and he wanted to be with me, and I ain't gonna lie, I was entertaining it because he was gorgeous. But in the middle of the conversation, he takes the camera down to his penis and start jacking his penis. Now, I didn't start playing with myself. I didn't touch myself. I did not touch myself. I can say that. But it's been so long since I seen a man like that. Cause I ain't seen a man like that in months. I haven't been watching porn or nothing. I hadn't seen a penis. I hadn't seen a man in months. And he is fine. And so when I saw it, involuntarily, I orgasmed without even touching myself. I went to convulsing and mama came. It was just Mada came. It was out me. It just came out me. I ain't touch, I ain't rub. And I was so mad at him because I felt like he virtually raped me. I felt like he virtually, because when he started playing with himself, when the camera went down and he started playing with himself, he was giving me very much, you're so beautiful, you're so fine, oh my queen, I love you, I want to worship you, I love you, and like he was telling me all of this, just filled with lust and this lustful worship that he was giving me. And it was in part playing into my ego and feeding my ego, because these are things that I want to be told. Be ye clear. I do want you to give me a form of worship. I do live for some good old worship. I do live for that. I live for some worship. but I want it to be sincere. I don't want it to be lust based worship. I don't want you to be worshiping me because you're imagining yourself taking me to violent town, because bitch, it ain't pound town if it's disrespectful. So, I don't want you to, be fetishizing me in that way. And so that's what I felt like that was rooted in. And I was angry with him, and I prayed about it. I went to my altar, and I also went outside and I talked to the ancestors. And this big old gigantic butterfly, this black and gold butterfly, came in the yard. And I said, if it's meant for me to go ahead and take these vows today, hey, hype me up. I said, if it's meant for me to take these vows today, then the butterfly will stay in the yard. And so the butterfly will stay in the yard until Anadia come back outside. And so when Anadia came back outside, the first thing that Prodigy was like, she said, did you touch yourself while, she was like, did you touch yourself while he was doing that to you? And I was like, no, I didn't. I really honestly didn't. Like, if I touched myself, I'll go ahead and tell the truth and say I touched myself. But I did not touch myself. But I felt like he kind of virtually raped me. I kind of feel like he took something from me without my permission. And I was so messed up about it because part of me wanted to continue on with it. Like, now you've opened this door. I've seen it. I've had an orgasm. Am I ready to take my vows? Do I want to play with him some more? Do I want to intentionally now jump on and video call him and go ahead and really rub one out and dupe my stuff up and take my clothes off and really just take a deep dive? Do I really want to go here? Like, is this what? Because baby, he fine. Do I really want to? He live in London. Do I really want to give the givings? Am I really ready to take these vows, or do I really just want to sit up and have phone sex with this handsome man all the time? And that's not what the vows are. The vows are not, okay, as long as you're not having sex, we cool, as long as it's not physical sex. No, the vows are the only person that you can have sex with is yourself, because part of taking the vows is about loving yourself. You're not imagining someone else. You're not imagining another partner. You're not visualizing another partner. The only person that you visualizing is you, because part of this process is about loving you. Part of this process is about appreciating you. It's about appreciating your anatomy, appreciating your body, and loving you. It's about getting in that place to love you. And you too, I'm encouraged. How are you? Yeah, I'm doing a reflection on just everything that's been happening, and just talking about how the vow almost didn't happen, honey. The vow almost didn't happen. It almost didn't happen. And but I like I said, I prayed about it. And that day I called him after he did that. I waited because he called me back twice after that. I'm no doubt he probably still had his piece in his hands. But he was trying to get me to entertain him. And when I called him back, I waited, I processed it. I called him back and I said, I trusted you and I thought you were a safe space, and you lied to me so that you could gain my trust and so you could get me to let my guards down. Because I told him the journey that I was on. I told him what I was trying to do. And in his ego, then he had the audacity to start quoting Kevin Samuels to me, talking about he was a high value man and I should be happy that he wanted to be with me. He's not like the rest of the men that I talk to. He's getting his residency and he's about to become a doctor and he's a high value man, and I should be happy that he wants to he wants to do this. I should be grateful. What? I ate him up. When I tell you I chewed him up and spit him the fuck out, God got us, forgive me, I'm trying not to do all that cursing, but I ate him up. I ate him up. Not the Kevin Samuels high value man. But anyway, So like I said, I almost didn't take my veils. Child, when we was out there in the streets, child, a man ain't touched me. I ain't had a man touch me sexually since September. But I'm not gonna lie. When I had, had a couple of little party favors for my birthday and a little cocktail and a little puff for my birthday. I don't think I had no puff yet. Did I have a puff yet? But child, this little Spanish man who looked like Superman, child, I had let him put his hand on my booty. I had his hand on my booty, rubbing my booty. And my son saw me letting him rub my booty, and my son walked over there and said, "Unhand my mother." Absolutely not. And I was so glad he had my best interest at heart, because I ain't gonna lie, I had crossed over and I was communing with a different set of ancestors. And had he not been there with me, had it been a hating ass bitch who wanted to see me not take my vows, who wanted to see me go ahead and just throw everything that I had been working towards away, if it had been the wrong person, they would have been like, "Oh, girl, you grown, enjoy yourself, have a good time." And then the next day I would have woke up feeling suicidal. The next day I would have woke up and wanted to unalive myself, because I would have been so depressed, because bitch, how could you be so close? How could you be so close and throw it all away for a casual encounter because you was high and full and drunk for your birthday? And I ain't gonna lie, I've had some degrading birthdays. So it is not off brand for me to do some debaucherous shit for my birthday and wake up feeling like shit. It is not off brand for me to do some debasing, dehumanizing, debaucherous ass shit for my birthday and wake up feeling like shit. But let me tell you what my 49th birthday was. Baby, when I tell you, I know the ancestors was with me, and I know that the blessings was upon me. And if I wanted to beat myself up, I couldn't beat myself up, because let me tell you something. When my son was here, and my son was trying to get me to get the Uber earlier before I let the Hispanic man rub on my booty. And my son was like, he kept saying, "Come on, you're not ready to get the Uber yet, you're not ready to go." And I knew it was gonna be over with. Like, I knew that I wasn't. Well, we did go back to the quarters and have another drink, because Star wanted to hang out with me, so we did go back out to the quarters. But we kept it cute that night. We had a couple of drinks. We ain't do no shenanigans. We ain't do no extra stuff. We just had a couple of drinks, and I think we hit a joint, and then we went back home. Like, it was that simple. But for my birthday, that was the turn up. Like, that was when I cut up for my birthday. So when I woke up for my birthday, because mind you, I hadn't smoked weed or did any extracurricular activities since January. I had a cocktail in May. I had a couple of cocktails in May, but I hadn't smoked or had any other activities since January. And so, instead of having a pity party and beating myself up, my son was like, "You ready to get the car?" And I was like, I'm not ready to get the car yet. I didn't want to let it go. I didn't want to let it go, because I knew once I went home, it was gonna be time to sober up and face reality. So I wasn't ready to face reality. I wanted to have a little. Because I had fun like that. I hadn't been free like that in a while. So after the Hispanic man had rubbed on my booty, and I like when he said, "Okay, I had my mother," and I knew it was my fault, because he had been telling me he was ready to go. He had been telling me, "You ain't ready to go home now," because he was concerned about me, because he knows the path that I'm on, and he knows how important it is to me, and what I love about him consciously is he don't want to be a bad influence. He don't want to feel like he's taking me off the right, like the path that I'm on. He don't want to feel like, oh, you wasn't doing this till I came around. Like now you doing all of this because I'm around and I'm a bad influence. Like he don't want that on his conscience. So he really didn't want me to do anything that he knew when I woke up the next day I was gonna beat myself up about it because it was gonna make him feel bad. So he kept saying, "Are you ready to go? You think?" Because he could have stayed out. He's 24 years old. He was like, he could have stayed out, but he was like, "No, let me make sure you get home because I don't want you out here doing no dumb." So he kept saying, "You want to call the car?" And when he saw the Hispanic man rubbing on my booty, he said, "Unhand my mother, absolutely not." And bitch, I did this. I said, "We could call the Uber now." Bitch, I put my head down and started walking toward the door. I put my head down and started walking toward the door. I said, "We could call the Uber now." Bitch. We could call the Uber now because bitch, you had enough. You officially you got a random strange man that you don't know from a can of paint touching on your booty, feeling on your booty. A random man. Girl, it's time to go. So when I got home, I was grateful that I made it inside and that I did not sleep with nobody and that, that didn't happen, that, I wasn't somewhere giving fellatio or somewhere having, because I don't know how I would have dealt with that. Now, my body really wanted to, like, I was really ready to entertain some stuff, but I really wasn't myself. Like, I really was out my body. So, but when I woke up, and I never do this, like, I never do this. This is why this is so important. When I woke up, I was in front of my altar. Like, I slept on the couch in the front where the altar is, where we pray at. I woke up by the altar. I don't even know how I got there. I don't remember how I got there, but I woke up on the couch by the altar. And when I tell you, all the horrible birthdays, like the birthdays that have started off beautiful and have ended horribly because, bitch, you didn't know when to stop. You didn't know when to say, okay, girl, it was fun. It was cute. Now you're tearing yourself down. Now you're doing too much, bitch. Now you're beating yourself up, girl. Girl, it's been crossed over from fun, girl, to dehumanizing, debasing, and humiliating, girl. And so I was happy that this birthday had a healthy boundary. This boundary had a healthy stopping point. And the sign that it stopped at a healthy point was when I woke up at my altar. Because when I woke up at my altar, I was supposed to be having a session with my intuitive counselor. Shout out to Aurora. I was supposed to be having a session with my counselor, and I thought I was gonna wake up and I was gonna feel so much shame that I wasn't gonna want to have the session because I knew I was gonna have to be transparent with her about the shenanigans that I had gave, and I don't know if I was really ready to set with everything. So, but when I woke up by my altar, it put a lightness in my heart. It was like, girl, you might not be the being that you may not be that being yet, but bitch, you close. Bitch, you in proximity. Amen. They want me. You're in proximity, girl. You're in proximity, bitch. Give yourself a break. Quote Kevin Bottoms. You're too sweet to me. I appreciate you, and I'm so glad you're doing well. Kevin Bottoms, exactly. I'm, I'm hollering, but it goes hand in hand with the party scene. It does. It does. I can count on hands and toes how many erect pickles and plump peaches I've degraded and been degraded by. Ooh wee. And I was lost and looking for love in all the wrong places. God's grace. Come on now. You got to keep the cookie jar closed and locked. It be some sticky fingers. Hirsch. Hirsch. But yeah, child. So that was how the Purple Vows almost did not happen. So we released the first half of a Black trans sex worker turned purple, and I honestly didn't expect for it to do as good as it did on YouTube. That's why I released it on Facebook, and it's done better on YouTube. Like, y'all don't be checking for my videos like that, but for some reason y'all was checking for this one. I guess it was the production. Come on, production. Come on, Mike. But anyway, y'all was checking for this one. The last time I checked the views on the video, this rising, it was like, I want to say like almost 700 views and like 40 thumbs up. I was like, y'all is really checking for it. And like, Anadia edited the whole thing. We co-directed it. The music is me, Kevin. Jasmine is featured on some of it. Anadia filmed this and edited. Like, you know, like y'all really was here for the Black trans sex worker turned purple. The part 2 is coming out this fall. So yeah, I think Hype Me Up is asking how old you are. She just turned 28, huh? No, you 29 now. She 29 now. I was trying to keep her at 28. She 29 now. But yeah. So but yeah, it's really giving like I'm like, I feel so much growth is happening, and with the platform, like y'all see the logo, y'all see, you know, we just started watermarking stuff. Here was a good old watermark on that purple, but y'all was living for. I'm like, yes, y'all better live. This is another thing I want to tell y'all before I get into this other content, because I done spent a little time. I done spent a lot of time on I done spent a lot of time on this, and I wasn't really planning on spending that much time on this. But another thing I wanted to share is on my Facebook platform, I have been covering the Shy, and every week I create a post about the Shy. And every week I have created a post about the Shy, it has went viral. Like literally, the first time I created a post about the Shy, it got 300K. The second post I created about the Shy, it got about 300K. The third post I created about the Shy, it got almost 300K. And the most recent post that I created about the Shy has like 540K. So I've racked up 1.3 million, over 1.3 million views over covering the Shy. And now I know how much money people be getting, and I see now it takes a lot of views to make money, because that 1.3 million got me like $104. So bitch, you gotta be busting some numbers to really get a coin. Like you gotta just be doing the millions all the time to get a coin. Cause 1.3 million is $104. But don't get me wrong. I feel like I've won an award. I feel like I've won a Grammy or an Oscar, like my own version of it. And the reason why is because it's something that I authentically like. Like, I love The Chi. It's one of my favorite all black cast TV shows next to P Valley. Like, I would say P Valley and The Chi run neck and neck for me for different reasons. I like P Valley I wish P Valley would come back. I love P Valley so much. It took me a minute to warm up to P Valley, but I love P Valley. I love P Valley and The Chi more than I love Pose. And Pose was literally about trans people. And the reason why The Chi and P Valley is not because I favor cis people over trans people. It's because the story about Pose was a little bit more whitewashed. It was a little bit more whitewashed. It was the director. It was Brian Murphy. Like, if it would have been a black person who was rooted, because you can be black and be whitewashed too. But if it would have been a rooted writer, like if it would have been like if somebody like the person who wrote the people who wrote P Valley, the black woman who wrote P Valley, and the black woman who wrote The Chi, like if they would have wrote Pose, now I know that Janet Mox helped with Pose, but Ryan was still so all up and through there that I'm sorry, no shade. I love a good white film. There's white movies that I love, but you're not gonna give me an all black cast and have a white man that is one of the major contributors to this. Like, I'm just sorry. No. I would have wanted to see Ryan fund it. I would have wanted to see Ryan use his connections and set that one out in the back seat and been like, look, if you need any help with anything, I'll lend my resources, my connections, but my name doesn't need to be on this because I really want this to be authentic. And I think that I'm going to hold your hand when I say this. Noah's Ark was a little whitewashed too. And I love Noah's Ark. I watched the recent movie. Noah's Ark was a little whitewashed. But it was all we had. And so, and again, Pose was all we had. I really wish that the story would have been told through a lens. Like I said, I wish Pose would have had the I don't know the name of the person who wrote The Chi or the name of the person who wrote P Valley, but I really wish one of them would have been like Janet Mock could have collaborated with one of them to put Pose out. And I wonder what Pose would have looked like, what a story like that would have looked like if it would have been, somebody like that. You know what I'm saying? Even the girl who did Insecure, like I would have loved to see a collaboration between two black women, or a black gay man who writes. Like
and I take that back because Noah's Ark was written by a black man. And I feel like, but I do feel like he had to make changes to Noah's Ark to make Noah's Ark suitable for mainstream. Like I feel like he had to lean more into the expectation of whiteness. I feel like there had to be a lot of acquiescing to whiteness. And I love the Shy in its in how the characters are unapologetically black. Like there is a lot of conformity. There is some of that, but there's still so much unapologetic blackness, in both P Valley and the Shy. I love the Shy. And so like, to have not one. I remember when I wrote the second post for the Shy, I said I want to see if lightning can strike twice in the same place. And it went viral again. And then when I wrote the post the next week, it went viral again. And when I wrote the post the next week, it went viral again. And I was like, how good it makes me feel to know. And this is the most beautiful thing about having 4 posts to go viral back to back, like every week having a post to go viral, like really, really viral. The most beautiful thing about it is that there are thousands of people engaging with the content, hundreds of thousands of people engaging with the content, thousands of people leaving comments and emojis. And like literally in all 4 weeks, because I'm gonna bring up Fatima, and Fatima is the trans character played by what's her name, Lorette. I done brought up Fatima in about 2 posts. And I've literally in all 4 of these viral posts, I've only had 2 transphobic comments. And one of the transphobic comments was, we not gonna act like Trig ain't messing with a trans woman. And I ate her up. I said, Trig is a stand-up man regardless as to what Trig do. Trig is a stand-up man. Trig is a beautiful human being. And we not gonna have that transphobic stuff on my platform. She didn't even respond. And the second transphobic comment was, I thought they wrote it out of the script. And I didn't even dignify that with a response. I just deleted it. Because bitch, when you're calling someone an it, that speaks to, like, I'm not gonna argue with somebody who are blatantly saying, I don't see you as human, bitch, you're it. That, like, you told me all I needed to know. Delete. I'm not going backwards and forwards with you. I'm not giving that any energy. B-Boy Blues. No, I don't think I've seen that. Y'all think that's whitewashed too. Wade wasn't a butch queen, but he was. Okay. So I will have to watch B-Boy Blues again. So cause when the first time I watched it, I ain't gonna lie, I ain't gonna hold you. I watched it and was watching it. I want to get into the whole Whitney Houston thing right fast, because there was a few topics that I said I wanted to discuss really, really briefly, because it's already been an hour and 13 minutes. But I want to discuss Whitney Houston and what Oprah Winfrey said. Now, a lot of black people is upset because Oprah Oprah. Signature Oprah. Very, very, very Oprah. It was not off brand. Oprah. And Black people still having a conversation about Oprah like Oprah care. Oprah is not relying on Black people to like her anymore. Oprah is not relying on Black people to say positive things about her or to see it for her. Oprah, for the past 15 years, have been moving towards this space of not really, Oprah haven't needed Black people to be like, hey, we love you, Oprah, in decades. Oprah has been aligning herself. Like, that's how she became a billionaire. Oprah is a billionaire. And in her mind, she is a deity. Oprah see y'all as peasants. And when Oprah said Whitney Houston fell off her stage, she felt like, I am Oprah, brah. And when I say things like this is just casual conversation for me. Whitney Houston fell off my stage. I'm Oprah. That's what it was. She sit around them white people. She sit around overseas around them white people, and that's what she did. Now, with us regular folk who ain't worth $1 billion, who ain't worth billions of dollars, would we ever say something like that about Whitney Houston? Because, baby, I don't like nobody talking about Whitney. I love Whitney. I read bitches all the time about playing with Whitney. I've never said a bad thing. As a person who's dealt with addiction and who's dealt with usage and abuse of substances, like, Whitney has always been a soft spot for me, but it does not surprise me coming from Oprah. It does not surprise me. Was it low for her to wait until after Whitney was gone for years to dig that back up, to do that? Like, what was the point? But it's not off brand for Oprah. Now, I want to move to the AI. Okay, but B Boy Blue is a movie, not the series, huh? The nerve of her. Mm-hmm. Correct in her mind. That was the point of mentioning Whitney. Whitney read her ass every time she did an interview with her. I see why now. She knew. Mm-hmm. Do not play with Whitney. Mm-hmm. Yep. So, moving on to the AI. So we are wrapping Surviving the Rainbow. We are moments away from completing the final episode. And as you know, we have been working with AI to create Surviving the Rainbow. And I am so excited. I am so excited about wrapping this season. And I want to let you know that the season started, very base. It was given very much Pinkerton and loose balls, and like it really had a simple kind of mediocre beginning, and I just love how the story shifts into this where the primordials enter the chat. Like like I feel so like, because I finished all, so there's altogether there are 12 episodes, and all 12 episodes I wrote before I used, like before I smoked weed, before I had a drink. All seven, I have finished writing all 7 episodes. And so that's one of the things that I could pat myself on the back and say, bitch, you wrote 2 seasons. like you was on your shit. Like, bitch, I wrote a 3 episode season, and I wrote a 9 episode season. So, I really, and I love being in that space. I love being super productive. I love, being super focused, and I can't go back to the way that I was. I can't go back to smoking every day. I can't go back to drinking every other day. I can't go back to bumping. I can't go back to that, because I love the level of productivity that I have witnessed in this season. I've seen more financial prosperity. I've seen more grants come in. I've seen more opportunities. I've been very productive financially. I've been able to travel. I've had more energy. Just so many blessings have been kicking us in the ass, and just blessings have just been coming, just manifesting, when we least expected them. And so I am definitely grateful for this opportunity, and I am a happy collaborator with AI. Clear throat. RuPaul. Right. And that's who Loose Balls is based on in the Surviving the Rainbow. So T.S. Gamison, I'm not gonna say who that character is based on, but if you watch the series, it doesn't take rocket science to figure out who T.S. Gamison is based on. One of her aliases is the long stick chick. And Loose Balls is based on RuPaul. And so it starts off really, really shady, and I really wanted, like, at first I wanted to be like, I'm not gonna, don't get me wrong, when we started Surviving the Rainbow, it was very messy. Like the original intent behind it was messy. Like, I was in a petty place. This was earlier in the year, and I was in a petty place, but I'm so thankful that I stayed the course and I continued to work through this, because by the time I finished writing it, I think I was able to have more compassion for T.S. Gamison's character. Like, I was, and I think that that's where I am in reality. Like, by the end of the second season, I was feeling compassion and empathy for T.S. Gamison's character. I was also feeling more compassion and empathy for Loose Balls. And I think having to write these characters helped me to connect with them in a way that humanized them. When I wanted to just make them the villain and just make them the problem, but in order to write them, I had to connect with all of the characters. And so T.S. Madison starts off as, oops. Did I mean T.S. Garrison? I mean T.S. Garrison! Allegedly! I have not watched any of the Surviving the Rainbow. Is it a podcast tell story? I said not the real names. Hype, it's a cartoon series with the help of AI. Yeah, it is a cartoon series. And a lot of people, it's hard for them to follow it because AI does not, like you're not going to get the passion. You're not going to get the passion in the performance of AI. Like the voices are monotone. There's not a lot of inflection and rise and fall. It sounds computer generated. And so a lot of people struggle with getting into an AI series. But because I'm a storyline person, like I'm here for storyline. So, I'm here for storyline. And so, I wrote my ass off in this series, and the visuals are visualing. Anadia did all the visuals, brought all the characters to life, gave all the characters their look, their persona, their aesthetic. Of course, I had written notes of how I wanted them to look. But at the end of the day, she perfected those looks using ancient imagination, because that's what we call AI. All of the episodes are on Laugh. It's only one episode that's not available, and that's the season finale. And then after we finish this episode, we're pausing the series. But this is a part of the purple verse. Like Surviving the Rainbow is a part of the purple verse. Like we're building out a purple verse. And, this is a series that I'm glad that we completed. And what you will find about T.S. Gamison is a child of a divine primordial being. So that was, and that's a compliment. Like, if because people love sending her things I said, because somehow she always know everything I said, just like I always know everything she said. Like she is a child of one of the 8 primordials. Okay, so there's 10 primordials because of the split. It's 8. And then Sunite make 9, and then Corin make 10. But originally it was 8. But Cora split and slept with herself and created Corin. Corin came from her, and from Corin they created Sunite. So in the Surviving the Rainbow series, Scamison is of the direct line of Cora, which is one of the primordials. Now, saying that somebody is of the direct line of one of the, because in the lineup of primordials, it's Nympha, then Cora. Cora is one of the top ones. So saying that Scamison came from one of the original primordials, not the most powerful one, but one of the first created. That's a compliment to T.S. Gamison's character, saying that her gifts came from one of the primordials. So, even in the shadiness, there was some positivity that happened. So people can say what they want to say. She did get her roses in the midst of all that shade. And while we're on the subject of TSs, I saw the interview that you can tell me to hush, but how amazing would it be for you and TS, to create a video together, sharing life and coming up and the similarities. So I think that I said in a video before that I think we are growing in different directions. But today, and this is a thing that I struggle with T.S. Madison. I think that sometimes she says things because it sounds good. I want to, but like when I first used to hear her talk, I believed everything that she says because she's very charming, she's very funny, she's very charismatic. She's always very well groomed. She's always like I've never seen her look a mess, in all the years that I've seen her on the internet. I think that some of her outfits, no tea, no shade. And, she could say what she, want to say about me because I do indigenous looks. I know that I have a very eccentric range of fabric. So, the way that I show up. So, people might not have a taste for but I try not to look cheap though. I try not to look cheap. And when I say cheap, and this is not shade, like she wear a lot of spandex shit. And I think, here lately, I'm starting to see her in things that do look a little bit more form-fitting and things that do look like a little effort is put into that Renaissance concert outfit she had on. I clowned. Yeah, it is. I feel like it just be giving me like, it just a lot of stuff just be looking spandex. And I will wear spandex, but I know that when I'm wearing it, I know it looks cheap. And, she's $1 million girl. And Miss Mama, be looking cheap a lot, But here recently, I think that there has been, I don't know if she's taking Ozempic. I don't know what it is, but I don't know if she's taking Ozempic, but she do like she's slimming down a little bit. She do like she's slimming down a little bit, and I'm seeing a little bit more like it's not giving me Fashion Over. Like it's not like the fashions is not giving me Fashion Over. It's giving me somebody might have actually threw a piece together for her. Like it was like some little stitching that. Little stitching went into it. It's giving me a little, I don't know, a couple of outfits that look like a little stitching. Look like somebody been doing a little stitching. But yeah, it looked like a little stitching been going on. So, I'm seeing a little detail in the cleavage designs and I'm like, all right, girl. But like I was saying, I was watching the Candy interview. And when I was watching the Candy interview, she said at the end, so we're gonna go from back to front because I want to talk about the ways in which we would align. And I think a conversation that me and her could have that I would actually be here for is when she was saying, she was speaking her intentions and how she saw the world and how she wanted the world to be. She said that she want to see this regime crumble. She want to see this regime fall. And I don't think she really understands what that entails. When you say you want to see this regime falls, I think you're saying that without really understanding what that means. It's like Christians with the Bible who want to cherry pick. It's given that. It's given cherry picking. That's what it's giving me. You want to see this regime fall. You cherry picking. Because you realize that why this regime is what it is because of extreme capitalism and fascism. You realize that those things are propping up this regime, and in order for this regime to fall, then extreme capitalism and fascism and classism, all of that shit got to fall too. You realize that, right? Because sometimes I think she just be saying things because she know that it sound good for her as a black trans woman to say those things. It sound good. It sound good. But do you know what that means? And then there was a part where she said, I want to see patriarchy and white supremacy fall. Do you really? Do you really? Because if you want to see patriarchy fall, you wouldn't say the reason why I didn't cut my penis off is because that's my line to the Father. That's my line to him. He gave me this. You can't say stuff like that and then turn around and say you want to see patriarchy fall. Is this thing on? Is this thing recorded? You can't say that your penis is your line to the Father. Your penis is your connection to the Lord God. And then say you want to see patriarchy fall. Because the Creator has a penis and a vagina. The Creator created all of this, and we're reflections of the Creator. The Creator is genderless, and if the Creator had genitals, it would be all of them. So no matter what you got down there, whether you cut it off, whether you tuck it in, whether you leave it on, you still gonna be reflecting the Creator. No matter what you decide to do with your genitalia, you still gonna be a reflection of the divine, because the divine is a reflection of all things. I am never out of the will of a Creator that is the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end. I am never outside of the will of a being like that. Never. And so when you really about the fall of patriarchy, you will be consistent in your message. You will be, and see, this is what I love about Candy. This is what I love about Candy. Candy was clocking you, and every time Candy would clock you, you would be like, I like that. I like when you do that. Well, how come you don't like it when I do it? Candy could do it because Candy got more money than you. Oh, you see it for Candy. Because Candy biologically female, and Candy got a nasty coin. So you see it for Candy. So if I had a Beyonce coin, if I had a Candy coin, if I had a Nene Leakes coin, if I was a girl that you felt like had more coins than you, If I was a girl who had more access and more wealth than you and more coins than you, then you would be. I like that. I like what you did. You would be able to do that. You'll be able to do a little tap dance for me, then. But it's like, how dare this broke ass bitch? How dare this broke ass raggedy mouth bitch? How dare this broke ass raggedy mouth bitch read me like this? Bitch, don't you know you broke? Don't you know you need a dentist, bitch? How dare you? Bitch, you shouldn't have enough self-esteem. Bitch, you shouldn't have enough self-esteem to read me, bitch. You're poor. That's what it's supposed to be given. I'm supposed to be as poor, as black, as show is ugly. That's what I'm supposed to be doing, bitch. I'm supposed to be saying as black, as poor, as nappy head, and I show is ugly. Candy Cody Coy, honey. Yes, honey. Baby. Candy ate her the fuck up. Candy kept going back. Candy kept saying, no, that's not what you said, friend. That's not what you said, friend. No, friend. I listen, friend. That's not what you said, friend. And I want to say this. She said that when she was younger, she used to mess with DL men. And she said she tried to clean it up, and she tried to say because she was a boy then, and if she would have stayed a boy, she could have messed with DL men. Now, the story that she told about the tranny chaser worshiping her penis, and that's why she decided to keep her penis, mama. I know that story sounded good 5 years ago, 10 years ago, but I'm going to need you to go revisit that story, and I'm going to need you to do a little bit more inflection and reflection on that story. I'm going to need you to do some inflection and reflection on that story, because you finna be 50 next year. And you literally said that you would not marry a man that wants you for your penis. You said they'll jump offs, but you would not. You'll still let them suck. You'll still pound them, but you wouldn't marry them. And so that's giving a little bit of self-hate for somebody who love their penis and don't never want to get rid of it. Like if a man wants you to put that thing on him and you proud of it and you love it, then you shouldn't have a problem with marrying a man who like it in his booty hole. You shouldn't like, that's weird to use a man for sexual gratification like that. And you don't want to marry him. Like one of my children talk like this. Like I got a daughter that says shit like this. So this is definitely me not picking on you. Like I have one of my children say, I love wearing a man cakes out, but I wouldn't marry no man that wanted in his booty all the time. But she also says eventually she will probably get a sex change because she don't even want to have to worry with that. She says she just having her fun with her piece right now. And so what T.S. Madison is ultimately giving me is, if that story doesn't change, she's still giving me a girl who would, because some girls do that. Some girls wait until they get old and then want to go get their pussy. I could see her waiting waiting until she get in her 50s to go and quietly get her pussy and just not talk about her, just not talk about that no more. I could see that. I could see her going to get her pussy and just not talking about it no more, because you're still saying that you don't want your boyfriend, your husband, to like to take dick. And that's crazy. That's crazy. Like if you keep it, that's because you want to use it. That's because you want to use it in relationships. So I'm gonna need you to revisit that story, and don't glamorize the story about the chaser worshiping your penis, and you kept it because of what a chaser said when you wouldn't marry one. Don't play that story up. Don't play that story up now, girl. Cause it's not worth playing up if you wouldn't marry a man who loved your penis, who wanted it in his mouth, his booty hole, who want a jacket, who want to ride it from front to back. Cause you said the man told you, don't you get rid of that, and rode you like a bus, rode you like the magic school bus. No man, honey, don't play that story up if you wouldn't marry no man that want that cheetah. I wanna love cheetah for life, cause your cheetah is why I live. Do you believe in cheetah? I wanna ride it for life. Yeah. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't brag on the reason why you kept your penis because of the chaser, but then you don't want to be. Then it was another thing that she said. She said that a man who she said that a man who doesn't want the difference. So wait, first of all, I have 2 points. Down low is not just for the gay community, although we have centered it in the community. But R. Kelly been talking about the down low. Gotta keep it on the down low, down low, down low, down low. And then Ron Isley said, the down low happened to me all over again. Then I turned the TV down, so I thought I heard a squeaky sound. Something's going on upstairs. Straight people been doing down low shit. The down low is not just for the gay community. Now we have made it ours. We made it ours. We have claimed it. But straight cis people do some down low shit too. Now that's how I would have responded. And see, if Madison didn't have so much pride, she could have me on her team. She could have me in her ear. Cause these butch queens, the girls that she got around her, I'm sorry. I love Hope down to the ground. Hope is articulate and Hope is smart. But bitch, wisdom. Hope still getting it. Love Laverne Cox down to the ground. But Laverne has a community in which she lives in. And I think that Laverne is definitely someone to have access to. I think Hope is definitely someone to have access to. But bitch, when you're trying to become a powerhouse, When you're trying to go where you're trying to go, baby, you want to make sure you have a counsel. And what's missing from that counsel is a me. Is a me. Is a me. And see, you think that you look at it as I need you, and like because you've made comments like that before, because you have money and because you have all these connections, I'm supposed to be kissing your ass. What you have in financial wealth, I have in spiritual wealth. I just have been I've been in the streets all this time. Like, you've left the streets. You're a millionaire, bitch. You live in a mansion. Bitch, I still live below the poverty line. So I know how to speak to real people. And I know how to speak to wealthy people. Ma'am, I know how to maneuver in a crack house and the Capitol. Bitch, I know how to maneuver in the woods, in the wilderness. The prison. Baby. Bitch, I'm multi-dimensional, boo. They're like literally, ma'am, I know how to leave the country and live in Africa. Pooh. I'm a connoisseur of life and experience. I know how to speak to real people, not people who have insulated themselves from the world. Ma'am, you've been living a certain lifestyle for yearns. People could easily say you're out of touch, fat. They can say you out of touch, Mo. You've insulated yourself, ma'am. You live a privileged life. If you really care about the people and not just a certain class of people, yeah. Like you be trying to say, I need you and I should want to have you and I should want to have access to you and I need to watch my mouth because you could have came to my aid or you could have helped me, ma'am. It would have been more beneficial to you to have me as an ally. It would have been more beneficial to you to have me in your circle. Because, ma'am, I promise you, you think you're doing good now. You think you're wealthy now. Oh, thank you. Thank you, IBO. You think you're doing good now. Oh, baby, how well you would have been doing. But I love the 999. Come on, 999. I love that. You know I love nines. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you for coming on tonight and for showing all that love. I appreciate that. No shade. They live in the table scraps and hand-me-downs of white privilege. Exactly. So that was the thing that was gagging me. About the conversation with her. Like, she was saying that the DL men was discreet. No, discreet is DL. You know, and we not, like, when she kept trying to dress it up, like, Candy was right when Candy said it's the same thing. It is the same thing. Like, she was saying that a DL man is not DL if he not dating nobody and he just trying to be discreet. No, bitch. He's still DL, baby. He's still DL. No tea, no shade. No tea, no shade. And you may be a little DL too, because you may not want your business out. Like, you may be attracted to DL men And I've said this before myself. Sometimes I want a man who like went, well, I'm celibate now. I'm on this purple vow journey, but I was in a place in my life where, hey, I'm glad he did. Cause bitch, I don't want to be in the public with him either. Some men are leeches and they're attracted to your light and they want to use you up for your light. And she got a nasty coin, so I could see all kind of men trying to partner with her because she got a nasty coin. I'm sure that the men that got less money than her, the men that ain't really got no coin like the average Joe, the worker man, he don't give a fuck about how big her dick is and how many people know she trans and that being still in her body. He don't give a shit about that. It's plenty of men out here right now. It's plenty of men out here that will wife T.S. Madison right now because she is coined and she is living well. They would, I'm sure all of the men that live that don't have what she have financially, they will be happy to partner themselves with her. So the men that she probably is attracted to is men who got a nasty coin and got something to lose. And so she accepts him being DL because he gonna give her coins. He gonna do for her because he's discreet DL. And she ain't gotta worry about the stress of public this and public that. It's more lucrative and it's more beneficial to her to be with a DL man because she ain't messing with no broke DL man because they gonna be begging. Like let's think about this mathematically. Imagine T.S. Madison at her caliber messing with somebody with no money. He gonna be begging. He gonna be, can you give me this? Can you give me that? Can I have this? Can I have that? And not to say that I don't think that she's capable of tricking, because it ain't tricking if you got it. Like Soldier Slim said, it ain't tricking if you got it fed. So, but I don't think that that's her nature. I don't think that it's her nature. She loved money too much to just be giving it away to men. Like just to be giving away. She loved money too much to just be giving it away to men. So I think that she intentionally likes men who have wealth, men who have access already, and they give her a coin. They do for her. But because they have something to lose, because they're tied up in patriarchy, they're tied up in capitalism, and they can't afford to be aligned with that, they're going to break bread with her. They're going to give her a nasty old coin, and she prefer it. Because the dudes that want to be with her are mooches. They're trying to go in her pockets. Oh, it's some dudes, bitch. It's dudes ready to stand on side of her right now that look good. She talking about ain't no gay men checking for her. Shit. You know how materialistic a lot of homosexuals and butch queens is. It is a gay man out there right now that would dick T.S. Madison all up under the bottom of her feet right now. A gorgeous butch queen that would dick her all in every orifice she got, that would do a hit of Tina. Talk about gay men ain't checking for her. Shit. Bitch, have you met gay men? Have you met gay men? I believe there is a man for her. She doesn't want him because he's not heterosexual. Wait, she doesn't want him. Oh, yeah, she doesn't want him because he's not heterosexual. Yeah, she don't want nobody who gonna be obviously gay. Because that's gonna validate what everybody's been saying. She's a man. Like that's gonna validate the whole that's a man, that's a man. So she wants a man that's gonna be able to perform masculinity because him being feminine would hurt her ego. That's why she don't want a man who like dick. Because there's very few men who could really, 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 really lay up under that pipe like that and that femininity not come out. I know some power bottoms that could give you masculinity down, but that's rare. Most of the time, when a man lay up under that pipe like that, Shira, I have the power. Shira, princess of power. Shira, for the honor of Grayskull. I am Shira. Bitch. Bitch. They can't lay up under that pipe like that and hold that shit together. So she definitely is she talking about gay men ain't checking for her. No, you're not checking for gay men. Cause gay men are like women when it comes to security. When it comes to financial security, you know how a female will be with a man that's not attractive, a man they're not attracted to for security. That's how gay men are. That's how a lot of gay men are. Not all of them, but a lot of gay men are like women in that capacity. Shit, they'll be with females for financial security. So you know they'll be with a girl who still got that meat. Bitch, a gay man will be, they got gay men who will be with females. If she got money, if she's straight. Get drunk and pipe her down. Get high and pipe her down. And that's how females are. Females will be with men that they're not attracted to for stability and for security. And gay men have that feminine quality. Bitch, you're taking care of me. Bitch, you're paying some bills. Oh, bitch, you got me. Bitch, I'm gonna be husband. Bitch, I'm gonna perform. Bitch, you got me. You got me, sis. Bitch, I'ma dick you down. I'ma play the good husband. Bitch, we gonna take some pretty pictures together and everything. She don't want that. But this the gag. You're a businesswoman and you literally said you don't coddle these niggas. You don't give a fuck about these niggas. You see these niggas as a business. You see these niggas as a way to capitalize off of them. You reap what you sow. That's the reality. That's the world you live in. So why would you be fucked up about somebody trying to capitalize off of you? Why would you be mad at somebody seeing you like that? Like you literally said that's how you see them. You don't give a fuck about these niggas. You capitalizing off them niggas. You see these niggas as money. As a man thinketh, so is he. Your reality is going to be what you make it. If you see them as money, they see you as money. This is why this bitch shouldn't be beefing with me. You was a smart. If you was as smart as you want people to believe you are, you'd have been jumped in my inbox. You'd have been jumped in my. You'd have been swallowed your pride. You'd have been swallowed your pride. Because one thing that I'm not gonna never do is lie to you. And see, that's the problem with a lot of wealthy people. They have people around them that don't tell them the truth. They have people around them that lie to them. And that shit only carry you for so long. You need motherfuckers around you that's gonna tell you the truth, that's gonna be honest with you. You need people around you that's gonna go ahead and say the honest stuff to you. And this is why, like, she got it in her mind that she this, and that. But girl, I know the truth, girl. You're around all of these butch queens, and you can't tell me, like, you sitting up here lying in front of the camera talking about these butch queens ain't checking for you. Ma'am, if I hit the lottery right now, I can have a butch queen husband tomorrow, 2 of them, that would be ready to go to war behind me. Butch queens will get full and high and do the girls for free. Butch queens will get high and full. You can have some good. You got some good party favors and get a butch queen. Don't let the butch queen be partying. Girl, you a coin girl. That's probably why the DL Whisperer was saying all that shit to you, because he wanted you. Shit, the DL Whisperer might have wanted to be your man. Bitch, the DL Whisperer might have wanted to be your fucking husband, bitch. But, and bitch, no shame, bitch. He tall and you short. Bitch, that would have been cute, bitch. Let me stop. Let me stop. She barely speak a bit about it, but walk with him. She pays a man to be both her boyfriend and her bodyguard. TS wants an army of simps and clout chasing pygmies. Lauryn Hill said last night, stand to the front in your gifts. Okay. I gotta go back and look and see that, because I heard they honored Lauryn last night. And it's like, y'all love to honor a bitch. Did y'all honor Lauryn with a coin? Did y'all honor Lauryn with some resources? I appreciate all of y'all getting on stage and singing me some songs. But say it with your wallet too, though. Say it with your resources. Cause Lauryn, like y'all love to give a bitch an award and a plaque and shit. But say it with your access, say it with your resources. Say it with that, cause bitch, you can keep them fucking plaques. You can keep the plaque. Like, don't get me wrong. I appreciate a plaque. I appreciate an award, but I want awards from people who don't have access, who don't have resources. Like if they coming together and you want to honor me and y'all, got together and, you got like a little plaque or a little award. I think that's beautiful, because y'all ain't millionaires. Y'all ain't coined like that. I get it. Yes, baby. But motherfuckers who got coins and resources and access and all that, bitch, you always getting up on stage and singing some songs, is bitch. I appreciate all that, but bitch, say it with your resources. Say Share what your resources. Cause Lauryn Hill they've been blocking Lauryn Hill, and not letting Lauryn Hill, be all that she could be, because Lauryn Hill is so talented. They've been blocking her. The industry been blocking Lauryn Hill for so long. Like, bitch, the bitch open some doors. Like do that for Lauryn. Like, child, bitch, y'all want to give a bitch an award. She didn't, coon. So they said no coon, no coin, but a tribute. Whisperer was so heavenly musty. Whisperer was so heavenly musty when I met him. That's them pheromones, though, Silky. That's them pheromones, Silky. That mean he old Maine. He old Maine, Silky. Musty Maine. Oh, musty. Silky said the Whisperer was musty when I met him. He's old musty Maine. Oh, strong musty Maine. Musty. Yes, that queen had a strong must. Was it? Pheromones, oh musty Maine. Look at Couture, babe, talking about some, oh my. Bitch, I'm not fucking playing with y'all right now. Y'all know I'm supposed to be a purple devotee. I'm not supposed to be. Oh, my goddess got on today. And Couture being so motherfucking messy. Talking about, oh my. Not the musty whisperer. But I'm so glad he's getting out, and I'm happy that, T.S. Madison helped facilitate that. And all in all, I thought that the interview with her and Candy was really, really cute. It was just some things in there that she was saying. I was like, girl, she got you. Girl, we Candy said, no, friend. No, friend. And I'm like, T.S. Madison was like, I like when you do that. I'm like, bitch, you don't like that shit. Girl, stop fucking lying, man. This is my inside voice. Now, I'm trying not to do all that cursing, but I be by myself when I be talking like, so y'all hear the voice inside my head, bitch. This is the voice inside my head, because I don't be talking like this loud no more. Y'all get me a rare form. I said, bitch, no the fuck you know, bitch. No the fuck you know, Madison. You don't like that shit. You hollering, bitch. Every time Candy said, no, friend. No, friend. That's not what I be listening, friend. Then Candy was like, no. You say you bitter, girl. You say you bitter, girl. So how was you a boy then? You say you bitter, girl. No, friend. Bitch, T.S. Madison was backpedaling and pushing popping. Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee. Baby, the moon is full and the sun is closed. Let's check. Is Mercury retrograde in Cancer? She sure did. Oh, baby. She did. She did. Every time that bitch said, no, friend, I was like, Candy, get Candy. Candy, stop, Candy. Candy, girl. Stop, Candy. Stop doing that girl's hair. No, friend. Candy. Girl. You are relentless. And it's just better to say it would have just been better. Like I think it's hard for T.S. Madison to be honest and say, yeah, girl, I would rather mess with a DL man than be with these punks that want to be with me in public. Bitch, just keep it a stack. Like Clyde, bitch. Yes, it is men that want to be with me. They're chasers. They're obviously feminine. They're punks because they're looking at me like females do men that they not a bitch. A woman will marry for stability, and butch queens are no fucking different most of the time. A lot of women will marry for stability, and so will a butch queen. So will a butch queen, and bitches gonna go out and cheat on you with what they want. A man will marry a good woman because he know she gonna take care of them babies, she gonna do right by them children, she gonna have the kind of household he want, but he gonna go out in the streets and he gonna cheat with that hoe. The bitch who do all that stuff that good woman won't do. Oh, that good woman, she's a virtuous woman and she don't believe in sucking dick and taking it in her booty hole. That's vile and that's abomination. And I'm not letting you do those things to me, and I'm not having no threesome. But them children gonna be brought up right. That house gonna be clean. The meals gonna be cooked. That house gonna run in order. And he gonna go right out into the street and mess with that hoe. It ain't no different in our community. A butch queen will do the same thing. A gay man will do the same thing. He will marry somebody for stability and security and go out into the streets and get what he really wants. So she could have a husband. It's just not what she wants. Just what you said, Couture. That's exactly right. Talking about gay men ain't checking for me, bitch. That's a lie. Bitch, I don't even have my penis no more, bitch, and I can still fuck a gay man. Can still fuck one now. They're attracted to power. They're attracted to access. That's their feminine side. Power, access, movers and shakers. That's a gay man feminine side. Light, exactly. Yeah, yeah. He gonna go. He's still gonna go and get his kicks off with somebody with a hard flat chest and all that. But they're gonna be his down low. They're gonna be his sneaky freak in the shadow, and probably gonna be giving them some of your money. But that idea that gay men ain't checking, child, gay men don't even check for each other. A lot of them, they really honestly just be using each other. I talked about that in the beginning of the live, and I'm gonna go ahead and get off because I see the batteries dying on this thing. But I talked about that in the beginning of this video. Men need the charge. That's why they have the plug. And the woman got the socket. That's why they constantly having sex everywhere, in the park, in the bushes. It's always a sex party somewhere. They need to hook up. They need to connect. They need a charge. That's a projection that women, or that the feminine being is the one that needs the charge, that the feminine being is the one that is being charged by the man, getting energy from the man. No, he is putting his adapter in the charger. He's putting his adapter in the charger. They need that charge. They need that physical fix. So when we say, oh, he's the when we say, oh, he's the head and not the tail, and she's the helpmate. No, that's a projection. He's the helpmate. He need the charge. He need that spark. That electricity come from that socket, that pocket. That cavity, that canal, that orifice. He needs that charge. So yeah, they just be hooking up. But at the end of the day, they want security and stability. Men be having sugar daddies just like these women do. Like they always, like that's the thing about patriarchy. Patriarchy centers women as being this thing, but everything that women are being depicted as doing in the public, men are doing in the shadows. They said Will Smith had a sugar daddy. Everything that women be publicly center for, men be doing behind the scenes too. Let's be clear. Let's be clear. Let's be real clear, crystal clear. Anyway, child, let me get off. Let me get ready to go off this live. We're gonna do a candle. You're gonna light a candle. Bitch, I have to make sure the goodies ain't out, girl. I have to make sure the goodies ain't out, fat. So because I probably won't be coming back on for live, I was in Asia. They definitely do. They need that charge cord. So before I get ready to roll out tonight, I want to end this video by giving a saying happy cancer season, and to one of my favorite cancers, Kevin Wendell, whose birthday is on July the 1st. I want to wish him a very happy birthday. He has been amazing to, just to support like the music that we're playing right now. He wrote for me. He wrote this song for this practice, and he's wrote several songs for the practice, and just I could sit up here and play songs all through the video. Like I just have a whole soundtrack to my life, that he has given. He's done so much for this practice and just for me as a person. And I know a lot of things that he does on the strength of me. He's married. He has a beautiful wife who's a sex change. So definitely not, anything inappropriate going on. But I'm happy that we have a respectful relationship of artists, and we can collaborate and work together in the way that we do. It's very beautiful. I appreciate him for everything that he contributes to this work, and I want him to have a happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy cancer season. I don't really be crazy about cancers. I don't really be crazy about crabs. But I love that crab. Where our souls intertwine. I had a couple of crab boyfriends. And it's a hit and miss with cancers. They be emotional and they be able to feel. But then sometimes, like, I don't know, like it's a hit and miss with them. Sometimes the sex be the bomb, and then sometimes they be like, "Girl, what are we doing here?" That lasted about 2 minutes, fat. But anyway, Let me get back to this song. In this story, let our love unfold. Emotional crabs. We'll build dreams brick by brick. In Laylam Layler time will take. Uh, Time to stop the games. Love's calling us. In this moment, it's just the two of us creating a world of our own design. Layla, Layla, where our souls intertwine. Ooh, ooh, ooh. So, thank y'all so much for joining me this evening. We've had some fun. We have laughed. We have joked. We have talked about AI. We've talked about Whitney. We've talked about T.S. Madison. We've talked about the AI special. We've talked about me and my struggles and my journey because you know that's what we're going to do over here on this platform is we're going to play the whole tape on both sides. We're not going to sit up and put our mouth on other people when we can't talk about ourselves. Amen, and woman. So we started off the conversation talking about me, right? Talking about what I'm struggling with. Talking about what I need to work on. Talking about what I need to fix. So if you came in on the T.S. Madison part, make sure that you play the whole tape, bitch. Because if you don't, you're being messy. We talked about everything. We started off talking about me. Okay, we started off talking about what I need to work on, and what I'm trying to heal. So that's the difference between me and a lot of streamers and content creators and storytellers is that it's one thing to just put your mouth on other people and not be able to talk about yourself. And we can be accountable without shame. Okay? Accountability does not require shame. I don't have to beat myself up to say that, girl, that was tired. You can do something different next time. You don't have to keep living out that narrative, girl. You can move from a different space, girl, or person or being, because you know I'm they them. Y'all don't have to do that shit. You can move differently. You don't have to sit there. Like accountability does not require shame. I could say, I'm not happy with this. I need to work on that. I need to do this differently. And I don't have to beat myself up about it. And me talking about, like, I want you to understand that um, I am rooted in Black and Indigenous culture. And any artists or storytellers that I resonate with, because I did say this in the beginning, I said that me and T.S. Madison are going in two completely different directions. But at the end of the day, we're still growing from the same tree. And so we are connected, you know. And so um, I think that as she matures and as she grows, I definitely see um, I definitely see more connections, you know, between her and I. I see more connections and and when I look at her, like when I see the conversations that she's having, they resonate because she has conversations like I like Candy. Like when they was dragging Candy for her version of Folded, I was one of the people who defended Candy. And so T.S. Madison is always having conversations with people that I fuck with. It's so crazy that me and her don't get along, but she like people that I like. Cause I liked Kaya. And I still do. And I think she wanted me, and I think she was expecting all the trans girls to stop liking Kaya after her and Kaya fell out. Like, I know Kaya say homophobic shit, but there are a lot of black women who say homophobic and transphobic things. And a lot of times it's out of ignorance. It's out of the society that we live in. And I'm not making excuses for them, but there's black men who say like we say homophobic and transphobic shit about each other. Like when she sat up there and she was like, I sat on side of Kaya while she said that homophobic and transphobic stuff. You sat on side of her while she said that homophobic and transphobic stuff because that's who you are. Because when you got mad at me, you said a bunch of transphobic shit about me. You literally in the episode that you did today, you said transphobic things when you said you wouldn't want to be in a relationship with a man who like your penis. That's transphobic. So the reason why you sat next to Kaya while Kaya spewed all that is because, bitch, you agree with a lot of the shit you was saying. When we gonna have that conversation? So I just think that like a lot of people that she aligned herself with, like I'm not really a housewives girl, but Nene was one of my favorite housewives. Like a lot of the people that Madison like in the black community, I don't get too much into like the white people, because don't get me wrong, I don't have a problem with white people. I just I have to have different relationships with white people. Like I have a lot of trauma around white people as authority figures, or answering to white people, or seeing white people in leadership capacities, and that's just my own personal shit. I don't I don't want to work for a white person. I don't give a fuck how much money you giving me. I don't care what the check look like. I just don't want to, like, if a white person want to give me some money to create, to do art with, I don't need white people giving me like directives and saying, "Hey, I'm gonna give you money and you have to do this and I want this." Like all of that is trauma for me. Like if a white person want to just give me some coins and say, "Look, I like what you're doing as is. It's beautiful, amazing. Just let me give you some funding, help you out, no strings attached." Of course I will take that. Thank you for your good allyship. But me working for a white person and them, critiquing me and telling me how I could be more mainstream and how I could be more palatable to white folks, I'm not really interested in it. And I'm just gonna go ahead and keep it real. And these are conversations that I have with my Caucasian son, and he gets it. I'm not like that's where you have to miss me. I get the point. I get how it's helped her career. I get how it's moved her career along. Oh, the battery. Yeah, yeah. So I think the battery died. So I'm about to go ahead and end this. But yeah, wait, hold on. We might have a second of juice left. But this I really honestly can't see. I can't see it. Like, hold on, wait a minute. Let me see. Yeah, I honestly, I just can't see it. So, and that's just me acknowledging where I am, consciously. Like that's my shit. Like I am not in a space to take direction. I can collaborate with white people. I can partner with white people. I can work side by side with white people. I can work with white people. I can have relationships with people and be friends with white people and have beautiful relationships with white people. But as far as me working for a white person and a white person telling me what to do and telling me how to do it, and that's me. And I probably will not be a millionaire because of that. I probably won't be a billionaire because of that. and it's well with my soul. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. I'm okay. That is that, and like my sister tell me, it's a choice. It's a choice. And I honor that. I don't try to play the victim and try to act like the world is so messed up and the world is so, it's a choice. I make a choice to say, no, I don't want to do that. Like, I don't want to work for a Caucasian person. I don't want to work, like, I know that they are the ones with the resources and the big money and the big opportunities. I don't want to work for them. You know, I want to partner. I want to collaborate. I want to work with. I want to create together. You can have all the money and you can sow money into what I'm doing. I don't mind you being wealthy. I don't have a problem with you being wealthy. But when we get ready to create together, I don't work for you. I work with you. We're partnering. We're collaborating. And if that causes me to take a little bit longer to get somewhere, then so be it. It is what it is. I it's okay with me. I've made peace with that. Swell with my soul. And I can thank T.S. Madison for her example. Like that, I've learned a lot from witnessing her star rise. I've learned a lot. She has done so many things, and by seeing her do them, it's it's like I don't have to do it because I've seen her do it. And so yeah, when I say I have a love-hate relationship with her, it's just like as I say this all the time, it's like sports, it's like a football game. It's like what sports are to men. Like they have a, they be upset when this player lose or when they don't get this touchdown or when he fumbled a ball or some shit like that. And so that's my relationship with her because I don't know her personally. So my relationship with her is very much like watching sports. And a lot of things I've been able to witness her do and the like. And it's shown me, and I'm like, if I've never said this before, and all of the jokes that I may crack, and the shady things that I may say, and the messy things that I may say, I'm in a mature enough place where I can say I am so grateful for her example. I am grateful for what she models. It's something about our roots. That part. Ashe. So, with that being said, I love y'all. Thank y'all for joining us tonight. We have the candle lit. And this candle, let me light these other. Oh, shit. Okay. Shit. Let me get this. Trying to get this third flame, this third candle lit. It don't want to light. I mean, this bitch will not like child. Okay. Well, I guess I don't need but one flame lit. But this candle acknowledges the past, the present, and the future. The ancestors who have come, the ancestors who are here, and the ancestors who will come. This candle is lit in acknowledgement of the 1 year old baby that was violently unalived during an incident at Walmart. This candle is lit in acknowledgement of the Black women who have been found hanging from trees during this Pride Month. This candle is lit in honor of the 12 trans women who have been unalived this year. We acknowledge the life force of the ancestors who we don't celebrate in this matrix, who are unsung in this matrix. We often talk about the ancestors who died for the right to vote, who died for the right for us to sit at the table in these systems and these institutions, but rarely do we honor the ancestors who saw the end result being a MAGA regime, who saw what was coming and opted out and never wanted any parts of this. And so when I light my candle, I acknowledge our ancestors who were built stronger, who had more endurance, who had more capacity, who are not at odds with nature, who did not rely on comfort and convenience and technology, who were not afraid of toil and challenge because they understood that it built character and integrity and tenacity and fortitude. The ancestors that we mock and call slaves and prisoners of war were built different. The ones who laid down their lives because they didn't want to even be a prisoner of war, because they didn't want to be a slave. Those became primordial ancestors. And so we honor all of them. We're thankful for all of our ancestors, those who lived to be an example, and those who sacrificed their time in these physical forms to create space and opportunities for us. We honor all of them, the past, the present, and the future. We thank you for your contributions, whether we see them or not, whether we center them or not, whether we understand them, have the capacity to understand them or not. As above, so below. As within, so without. As above, so below. As within, so without. As above, so below. As within, so without. Thank you, Mother. Thank you, Father. Thank you, Mother. Thank you, Father. Thank you, Mother. Thank you, Father. Thank you, God. Thank you, Goddess. Thank you, God. Thank you, Goddess. Thank you, Goddess. Thank you, God. Amen. A woman. Laylam, laylam. I love y'all. Y'all have a good night. Laylam, layler, nation. Purple ones, what? Rise. And you can't say rise if you're not ready to get up. Good night, y'all. Love you. And thank you, Purple Prodigy, for moderating and keeping the trolls out. Thank you, Hype Me Up, for the super chat. Thank you, Couture Bay, for the beautiful feedback and conversation. Thank you, Silky. Thank you, everybody who participated in the conversation in the chat. I love y'all. Y'all have a beautiful evening and enjoy the rest of your night. Be well. Later.